Hey Trayvon. Hey Trayvon. I know you up in heaven right now walking on gold, little bro.
I am Trayvon Martin.
And I know you so proud, man, how strong your family is, homie. I know you will. I just want to tell you something, little bro.
I think it was really wrong, and the guy shouldn't have shot him just for walking down the street innocent.
I feel like it was messed up how they killed Trayvon. Cause I wear a hoodie all the time, so it just got me thinking like I need to wipe my back when I'm out in these streets. But rest in peace to Trayvon.
I thought that was straight up horrible. How you gonna shoot someone and they got Skittles and iced tea? Is that self-defense? Is he gonna hit you with tasting the rainbow? Come on, man. That's straight up stupid.
Man, I think, man, he should get life in jail, man. That was some real dumb, he did some real dumb stuff.
It was real bad because he was on the phone to police, and the police told him, like, don't go after the boy. He kept doing it, so he already violated one law, so he should go on and serve his time in jail.
I feel it was, like, so wrong because he didn't do anything wrong. He wasn't hurting anybody. He wasn't doing anything to anyone. And he shouldn't have been killed for living, basically.
You will forever live on, live on. You will forever live on, live on. You will forever live on.
Yes, I did. And honestly, before I heard them, it wasn't a big issue for me. But once I heard the 911 tapes and him crying for help, it really put it in perspective.
Yeah, I heard the 911 call. The lady was telling the man stop following him, but he still did it anyway. Yeah, he's not in jail for that. They trying to say it's a self-defense law, but first off, was he on your property? No. His father lived out in the complex.
Forever live on, live on. Forever live on, live on. You will forever live on.
His perspective. If it was a black man that shot a white man, he would be in death penalty. He would be known for doing all this stuff. What was his name? Troy Davis. He wasn't even. There was no evidence against him. 9 out of 13 recanted their statement that he had killed the man, and so he was killed by lethal injection. So they didn't even have proof. They have a 911 tape of the man, the little boy crying out for help. The woman said she had told him to stop following him, all that stuff. The man should be in prison, just like it would have been if it was a white man, a white boy that got shot by a black man. So I don't believe in that. You can stop it.
What's wrong is wrong. What's wrong is wrong. Trayvon Martin, you will forever live on.
Just think about it as this. If that was your brother that was shot for walking around with his Arizona and his Skittles, talking on the phone with his girlfriend, having a normal conversation, they got shot because he was in the hoodie, wouldn't you be against that? Wouldn't you want to protest? I know I would, because I have a brother, and he does walk around with hoodies, and he loves Arizona sweet tea, and he loves Skittles, and he has walked around with stuff like that in his hand before. And if that happened to my brother, I want justice. So just put yourself in that perspective and respect it and put him in prison.
You call me nigga all you want, but you ain't supposed to treat me like one. Supposed to be able to express myself. And to be able to dress.
For a black man, he said it was self-defense. Self-defense is a hard thing to prove, because my mom is a law student. It's really hard to prove that
You would have to have marks on your
Yes.
You would have to have
Somebody would have had to seen it, really.
And then he kept on changing the story. What you
Like,
changing the story for? If
No,
you telling
come
the
on
truth?
now. I know
I
y'all
can tell
seen
the story
48
since I
hours.
was
Like,
5
come on
years
now.
old,
They
so
always be
exactly the
recording
same
the
from
folks
me
in
to
the
now.
little situation room. Be like, oh, whatchamacallit, they want to change up this story. Oh, we got them on tape. But when it's a white man, oh, no, he's changing up the stories because he's scared. He's just scared right now.
Yeah, I got nothing.
And black people are more afraid of the police
What was
than
you
white
scared
people.
of when you had a gun?
The boy got Skittles in Arizona.
I got these
No,
statements to make too.
I have a statement.
I have a statement to make. Let me tell you, don't forget.
Huh?
My cousin is bad. I ain't gonna lie, he's bad, but he will never shoot, kill, none of that. He's an A.B. student, and if somebody did that to him, he is only 10 years old, and if somebody did that with him, he got a little older, I would be mad. Because it's not like he was out there trying to shoot anyone. He would never do anything
All
like
right,
that.
like I said, I got 2 brothers, one of them 18 and one of them 11, and I got plenty of boy cousins and my play brothers that I grew up with since I was knee high to a grape. If somebody was to shoot them and they didn't get justice, like people saying, why we doing all this for this boy? It's not, first of all, may God rest his soul, it's not all about him. It's about his parents deserve justice.
It's about
because
respect.
if my cousin or my brothers got shot, I would want people getting up, throwing riots and marching the streets for them too. If the nigga that killed them is walking around free while they up in heaven. And they can't even live their life. 17 years old. This man ain't even made 18 years. This man can't even buy a cigarette yet. And he got shot. And he can't live. And he don't even do nothing.
His girlfriend didn't even believe him.
Not
Why?
liquor and
Because the boy had
cigarettes,
mental
Arizona
issues.
Skittles.
When the boys over here yelling for
Boy did
help,
not
help,
have no
help.
mental issues. This
They
boy
was like,
was,
he was trying to have mental issues.
this boy was
And
a
then-
normal little boy just walking down the street and went to the store.
And his
And
daddy
that's
lived
it.
in the neighborhood too. How do you think that feels? Like, what the hell? All these parents, they always say, I don't want to bury you first. You need to bury me. How do you think the mother felt and all of that?
And then the
Come on
man
now.
dad, he gonna say that Trayvon tapped him first. How you gonna take you first? And he was
How do
walking,
you know when
and
you
he
ain't
was
even
walking
know?
down the street. You was
No,
be
no,
there.
it's a witness because that lady was apparently looking out the window trying to.
But she ain't called the police though. No. If Trayvon was attacking him,
She was one.
no, somebody would have called the police. Somebody would have called the police if they seen a little black boy attacking a
Or
white
they
man,
said
and the
little
police
nigger.
would have been came. They would have said it's a black male attacking a white man. That police would have been came.
In 2 seconds.
Obviously, he wasn't attacking him. He was following him. What you follow him for?
And then he took, and then Zero told him get off him. Why? How you gonna tell him you trying to shoot him and try to force him to get on the floor? What kind of stuff is that?
I mean, what do you expect someone to do when you about to attack them? You following them. He not running. He not
He
doing
just talking to
nothing
his
to
girlfriend.
nobody. I mean, come on. Like, what do you... what was his point? What is your purpose?
Right, like the point about him following him. If you saw somebody talking about they had 8 robberies in the last 15 months or whatever. So who house was he robbing? He wasn't going in nobody's window. I could see if he was robbing somebody, okay, but self-defense is not your house.
You're not even supposed to do
Like,
that.
if
If
he
someone
don't
robs
rob- if
somebody,
he don't
it's their
put a
responsibility
big
on
Thank
their
you.
property
A
to do
flat
it.
screen
Yeah,
TV,
he's
46
supposed to
inch
stay in
up
his house.
pocket.
He's not supposed to be going
Thank
outside
you.
his house. If you the
And
captain,
since
you gonna
when
be
do
on
neighborhood
your
watch carry a gun? I thought neighborhood watch. My grandma
thought
lived in
they
the
had
suburbs.
some-
Police. You're not supposed to be
I
doing
thought-
it yourself.
You're not the police. What you got a gun for?
Something be like,
I could have sworn it was illegal in
He
Ohio
said
to carry a gun like
subject.
that.
I mean,
Or wherever
and
it's
then he
at.
said
Not Florida.
he said he did for self-defense to defend himself. What he doing to you? He just
He
walking down
don't
the
need a
street.
gun. Neighborhood watch carry flashlights and cell phones. They see who out there and call the police.
Time out, do
Yeah,
you
there's
just walk
security
around the
guards in the
neighborhood with a
neighborhoods.
big old gun with you, be like, this is-
Cause when my grandma lived in Las Vegas, she lived in the suburbs and they had neighborhood watch. Nobody out there in her suburb. I'm talking about that neighborhood was big. It was a gated community with other neighborhoods on the inside of it. That's how big it was. And they had neighborhood watch. Ain't nobody had no gun. They had motherfucking flashlights and stuff like that. They didn't have guns. What they need to shoot somebody for? It's not their job to shoot nobody. If the police felt like somebody needed to be shot, that's who should have shot them.
in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but he made it all up. He just shot him just for the heck of it. Like, there was no reason for it.
But that's stupid though, because he should never killed the person, but he ain't do nothing to him.
You know,
Point.
like, it's crazy because, like, I really, really did not take this stuff serious. Okay, a young man died. It's sad. But as soon as I heard the text, like, it just make you want to cry because it's, like, it doesn't make any
It's
sense.
sad
Like,
because that's
you
his
hear
last
him,
breath.
like, you hear him screaming. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any kind of sense. It makes absolutely no sense. It just make you want to go out and just, like, do something crazy because
But they
you,
don't care.
okay, had it been a black man who did it, had it been a black on black crime even, he still would have went to jail because he was
Right.
black. It was a black on black crime. He may not have even went to jail because blacks kill each other all the time.
Yeah.
Be like, we
You
don't
know
care.
what
We
was
need to get
proven?
rid of them all.
They said about, I think it was 70% of African Americans are the ones that are on death penalty. African Americans. That's not, they didn't say people besides Caucasians. It's only African Americans. So what is
Wait,
saying?
hold on. Have y'all noticed that every time a black person kills a white person, they all go to jail. But every time when a white person kills a black person, they don't go to jail. They just
Live on, forever live on. Live on. You a will forever live on. Live on.
Women out here, if you would have watched Tyra when she was out, it's women out here that bleach their skin just to be lighter because dark skinned people are not accepted in this community.
And they get treated different because
white
of the
people
color
treat
of
us
their skin.
differently. Light skinned people, we got racism on each
Black
side
on black,
from being light skinned and from being dark. How slow does that sound? We're supposed to be coming together. Martin Luther King did not want us to be fighting each other.
We didn't have people fight for our rights for us to still be living like
Why
this.
would
He fought for our rights just for us to fight each other.
We need to fight.
No.
Yeah, we're standing. We still can't. We brought
Equality.
something. We standing in here with white women. Okay. That's in itself, but we do fight each other. Cause when I was younger, because I am not the darkest person in the world, I did look at the girls differently, but I didn't use prejudice because they were darker than me. Like Tia, she was in my 2nd grade class. I have no problem with Tia.
I was. I'm sorry, I don't remember this stuff.
I got bad
Gabby,
I'm sorry.
love you, though.
Gabby, I remember. The reason why people fighting for this case is not about the color of the boy's skin. It's about the fact that he got shot and he was an innocent boy. Me, I'm not a racist person. If he was a white boy that got shot for doing nothing, I would still be mad because, like I said, half of my cousins is mixed. Like I said, I got a lot of cousins. Half of them is mixed. I don't want nobody to be getting shot for no reason because they had tea and Skittles and stuff like that. He didn't have no weapons, so he didn't deserve to lose his life, and he's 17 years old, he barely living.
Live on, forever live on. Live on, you will forever live on. Live on.
Okay, now it's time for me to give my opinion on this case. My opinion is that it's just an unjust case, and Trayvon Martin deserves justice for the simple fact of, like they said in the group discussion, if it was a Caucasian male who was shot, I don't care if it was by another Caucasian male or a black male, he would have got his justice because whoever did it would have went to jail on the spot. And I feel like nobody is wrong for wanting justice. I've had people in the classroom, when I asked them did they want to be a part of my documentary, I've had people ask me, why am I going out my way for this little boy? Like I said before, it's not just about him. I have brothers and I have cousins, and I wouldn't want none of them to get shot for no reason, just because they walking down the street. Like they said, everybody wear hoodies. You can't shoot somebody because they walking in the neighborhood. And how you think that felt to his dad when he lives in this neighborhood, for his son to get shot for walking in a neighborhood that he pays to live in? How do you think that feels to him? Yeah, he deserves his justice. Yeah, Zimmerman deserves to be put in jail, just like everyone else said. I don't believe that them seeking justice is about the color of his skin. It's about an innocent child being gunned down for no reason. I would seek justice. I'm not a racist person. I would seek justice for whoever deserves the justice. And at this point in time, Trayvon Martin deserves his justice. And I feel that he's going to get his justice while he's watching his parents and all these people fight for him. I believe he do deserve his justice, and he should get
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh always burn. I thought we get to the forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where to go. Is going to lead. All I know